Can you imagine a world where India's economy surpasses that of the United States and China? It may sound like a far-off dream, but let's take a closer look at the current status of the Indian economy and see if we can spot the potential. India, often referred to as a sleeping giant, is slowly but surely stirring awake thanks to its many strengths. For starters, the country boasts a young and rapidly growing workforce. This demographic dividend could fuel economic expansion in the coming years, as more people enter the working age and contribute to the GDP. Another factor that's driving India's economic growth is the ongoing digital revolution. With the advent of affordable smartphones and cheap data plans, millions of Indians are getting online and joining the digital economy. This is opening up a plethora of opportunities from e-commerce to digital payments and online education, which are all contributing to the country's economic growth. Let's not forget the improving infrastructure either. With new highways, airports, and ports being built, and the government's push for smart cities, India's infrastructure is undergoing a massive transformation. This not only improves the quality of life but also attracts investment, further boosting the economy. But it's not all rosy. Despite these strengths, India also grapples with challenges. Socioeconomic inequality is a significant issue, with a large portion of the population still living in poverty. Additionally, regulatory hurdles often deter foreign investors, slowing down the economic progress. And then, there's the elephant in the room, the large informal economy, which remains largely untaxed and unregulated. This not only leads to lost revenue for the government, but also means that a significant portion of the economic activity goes unrecorded, making it harder to gauge the true size of India's economy. So, with this mix of strengths and weaknesses, what does the future hold for India's economy? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this question in the upcoming scenes. To understand the future, we first need to take a look at the past. The story of India's economic journey is a tale of resilience, innovation, and a relentless drive towards progress. In the aftermath of independence, India embarked on a path of planned economic development. The country was primarily agrarian, with a nascent industrial sector. The focus then was on self-sufficiency, and state-led industrialization was the order of the day. However, the late 20th century brought with it the winds of change. In the early 90s, India embraced economic liberalization, opening its doors to foreign investment and paving the way for a market-driven economy. This shift marked a turning point, triggering an era of rapid growth. The dawn of the 21st century saw India riding the wave of the digital revolution. The IT sector blossomed, startups sprouted, and the country became a global hub for software services and IT-enabled services. The digital boom not only transformed the urban landscape, but also ushered in economic opportunities in the hinterlands, knitting the country together in a web of digital connectivity. Fast forward to the present day. India is one of the world's fastest-growing major economies. The country is making strides in various sectors, from manufacturing and services to technology and innovation. The middle class is booming, consumerism is on the rise, and there's a palpable sense of optimism about what the future holds. Looking ahead, economic forecasts paint a promising picture. India is projected to become the third-largest economy by 2030, propelled by favorable demographics, increasing urbanization, and digital transformation. However, the road to the top is not without its challenges. The country needs to address pressing issues such as infrastructure development, education and skill enhancement, and environmental sustainability to sustain this momentum. Given these trends, it's clear that India has the potential for massive economic growth. But what would it take for it to surpass the US and China? That, my friends, is the million-dollar question, and the answer lies in the choices India makes today, for the future is but a reflection of the present. Surpassing the economies of the US and China is no small feat, but it's not impossible either. The path to becoming a global economic leader is steep and challenging, but with strategic steps, India can pave its way to the top. Firstly, India needs to continue its economic reforms. Just like a gardener prunes a tree to encourage it to grow, India must trim down red tape, bureaucratic inefficiencies, and corruption. The government must foster a business-friendly environment that promotes growth and innovation. This means improving ease of doing business, encouraging entrepreneurship, and attracting foreign investment. Secondly, India must address its socio-economic inequality. It's a land of contrasts where skyscrapers overlook slums, where millionaires and street vendors share the same streets. It's crucial to ensure that economic growth is inclusive, benefits are distributed fairly, and opportunities are accessible to all. This involves strengthening social safety nets, enhancing quality education, and providing affordable health care. The third step is to leverage its young and dynamic workforce. India is witnessing a demographic dividend, with over half of its population under the age of 25. This youthful energy needs to be harnessed through skill development and job creation. A well-educated, well-employed youth can drive the nation's economic engine like no other. And finally, India must capitalize on the digital revolution. With one of the world's largest internet user bases, the potential for digital growth is immense. E-commerce, digital payments, online education, telemedicine, these are not just trends but necessities in the modern world. By investing in digital infrastructure and promoting digital literacy, India can unlock new avenues of economic growth. The journey is long, the challenges are many, but the potential is immense. With strategic steps and a forward-thinking approach, India can transform from an emerging economy to a global powerhouse. With the right policies and actions, India could well be on its way to becoming a global economic leader. But what would an economically dominant India mean for the world? First, let's consider global trade. With India as an economic superpower, we could witness a shift in the world's trading patterns. India's vast consumer market is already a magnet for global businesses, and its economic might would only amplify this attraction. This could potentially lead to a more interconnected global economy, with nations looking to strengthen trade ties with India. Moreover, we might see a significant change in the global supply chain. Today, many industries rely heavily on China for manufacturing, but an economically dominant India, with its labor force, natural resources, and increasing focus on manufacturing, could offer an alternative, diversifying the supply chain and reducing global dependence on any one country. Next, let's talk about geopolitical dynamics. India's rise to economic dominance would inevitably give it a stronger voice on the international stage. It could influence global policies on issues ranging from climate change to digital privacy. India's stance on these matters thus could shape the global narrative and policy direction. Additionally, we cannot overlook the potential impact on international relations. An economically powerful India might seek to redefine its relationships with other nations, particularly with its neighbors. It could leverage its economic might to foster stronger diplomatic ties, or conversely, it could lead to new tensions and power struggles. However, it's worth noting that India's rise won't be without its challenges. The country would need to grapple with issues like income inequality, environmental sustainability, and infrastructure development, among others. Balancing economic growth with these concerns will be a crucial juggling act for India. As we've seen, the future of the Indian economy holds exciting possibilities. Whether it will reach these heights remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the world will be watching.